did I hustle them. I mean, you know, I was only making $6.35 an hour. Do you know that I made half a day's pay off a Hung Yi with the toss in the coin? 17 euro I made off those.
That's fun. Yeah. Come on, freedom.
We're all making crap money, and they're working really hard to send money back to China or whatever. And, you know, like, so I felt bad, like 17 euro. I was like, no, come on, take a bit of money back there. No, gambling is gambling. They're like really serious about their gambling. I was like, all right, let's go, 17, let's go.
We'll play again, we'll have a rematch.
One time, this guy comes up to the till, and he starts calling the Chinese chinks, and I'm not taking very kindly to it. I said, bro, don't call them chinks, trying to be the hero. And he does what most people do when they're drunk and they get sort of proposition with a bit of PC. He just went, ooh.
Well, do you think Irish people welcome Chinese people?
I feel some of the Irish people don't really know Chinese. Maybe they have a little bit racist.
And then he just turned on me and went, you Yankee bastard! Ah! I wish Iraq won, and he ran out of the shop. I'm never shopping here again. Oh God, please, no, another customer lost.
Oh, have you been with the Irish girl?
I have a lot of Irish friends. Some of them are not close friends.
You're like a politician. You didn't answer the question I asked. I think you'll do well later on in life.
I was being a hero. I was deliberately being a hero because I was getting a kick out of it. You know, which is all the wrong reasons for being a hero. Maybe if the documentary goes out, it'll make you famous so you get a nice Irish woman.
Hopefully. Finger crossed.
And right after work, I went up to Sean and I said, I don't know if you noticed what was going on there, but that guy was calling you a chink. And Sean, honest to God, goes, what is a chink? And I realized the tragic mistake I had just made because he had never known what a chink was. And he's been in Ireland for a year and a half, and he's probably been getting called chink for a year and a half and never knew that he was being made fun of. And now I've just opened up a world of hurt for him. So he's like, what is a chink? And I'm like, oh God, now I have to explain it to him. And of course, I'm gonna be the one that's offending him because I'm the one that's saying, well, here's what a chink is. So I said, okay, look, a chink is like a racist term, like, you know, nigger for black people, frogs for French, krauts for Germans, Jap for Japanese. And he was like, oh, Jap for Japanese? Oh, no. I remember. Paddy for Irish, Yanks for Americans, blah, blah, blah. And by the end of it, I realized, before the start of this conversation, he had no racist terms whatsoever. By the time we'd finished, he was completely equipped with this racist tirade to inflict upon the society of Ireland. What's worse was, he had a smile on his face. And it was just unbelievable how happy he was. So, me Chinky, she Paddy, you Yankee. And I was like, oh God, I have created a monster here. And the weird thing was, he had told me before this, that an Irish guy was giving him a hard time, you know? And basically, he kept saying things about Chinese takeaway. This Irish guy was saying Chinese takeaway, Chinese takeaway. And Sean's comeback line was, oh, a fucking Irish potato. Until Des comes along. You know, by the time I left Abercrombie, he was like, fuck you, Paddy. I wish you'd die in the famine. Hot.
This guy is a Chinese expert. He can use Chinese chopstick and speak a little bit Chinese words, and even can do some Chinese martial arts. So
it was meant to be that I meet you guys.
Welcome to China.
Where's my concubine? Can't wait for it to be over, that's me being honest. I didn't have that feeling until like the last day or two. Sick of it, you know? At the start, I was just like fighting to keep it normal. But, you know, the nights have just taken it all out of me, and now it's just like, I'm just going through the motions, you know? Sorry, we're not open yet. Yeah, the door's only open because we're getting a delivery. Sorry about that. You want to look at it? Hello? Extra money? It's all those nights. Now I know why the Chinese do nights. Damn, bro. Going on holiday. Actually, that extra money is worth it because it's cleanup money. It's money for cleanup. Master? See you later. See you, girls. I worked 2 bank holidays. I never got any bank holiday pay. Some people were wondering why they didn't get double time on the bank holidays. And they said, well, there's 2 simple reasons for that.
They don't pay for their uniforms.
Wait a minute. You didn't pay for my trousers. I had to buy those trousers myself. And at that moment, I realized that was part of my bank holiday pay that I paid for. And I had the mind to just go to the till and just take my €9 back out of the till, I have to say. I felt like it was mine. But then she goes, and
They get their food free.
you get your food for free. And I said, oh, so the food I was eating for free is actually my bank holiday pay. I tell you, I would have cherished it a little bit more had I known that every time I was eating for free, I was actually eating my bank holiday pay. Those 2 bank holidays, which would equal €120 you didn't pay me, in 1 month, that's a lot of pressure to eat a lot of food. It's about as enjoyable as going to an all-you-can-eat and eating to just try to get as much possible value as you can out of the all-you-can-eat. I just can't handle that pressure, Ann. I can't eat all that food. I feel like you've ripped me off. Just pay me my bank holiday pay, and I'll have a salad, for God's sake. That's all I'm saying. For all the drunken people of Ireland, and particularly drunken people in Waterford, I know I'm American. Oh my God. You're American!
What makes you come to this party?
An exchange program with another kebab place in New York. George Bush is a
What's the next country going to blow up then?
I won't be talking to the guy over the next 2 weeks. Won't be able to relay the message. He's not a personal friend of mine, nor do I disagree with your sentiments about George Bush, but also it doesn't hurt an American, particularly me, to say that George Bush is anything at all. Here's the example. Bertie Ahern is a just doesn't hurt. It just doesn't hurt, does it? The funny thing about Irish people is, though, it's like, people told me the whole month, George was a George was a George was a and like, when I turn around and say, Bertie Ahern is a the reaction I get is, should we know? You don't have to tell us. I say, yeah, I know you know, but I also know that, George Bush is what you said. And they say, no, you don't know, you take American food. You don't know anything. 6:30, Des Bishop time, approximately 6:45 Abracadabra time. Woke up about 20 minutes ago. Yes? 20 minutes. Woke up at 6, out of bed at 10, kind of dozing. It's p.m., by the way. About to go back into work. I woke up originally at about 2, after going to bed about 7, and then had breakfast and then just went back to sleep. I just couldn't, I knew I needed to sleep to get through the night. So really not liking the nights, just not liking that sort of sleeping all day, going to work vibe. The weird thing was, when I went back to bed, I was kind of thinking, yeah, have a little nap, freshen up. And at 6 o'clock, I didn't want to get up. It was like getting up in the morning. It was getting up in the morning to me. It was easier to get up for 11. And then I have to go to work. My head, I have such a foggy head. My head is in the clouds.
My job essentially is watching the nice looking women going by. Unfortunately, down in this town, it's not a very good job. And that's about it.
That's something you can deal with on your programme is the reason why there's not cake in kebab shops. I like a big slice of cake in the kebab shop.
6:35. 6:35. Chicken dippers, chicken chunks. Catch up with the chicken dippers.
How did you get into Abracadabra?
Comedy didn't go well. I'm not your fucking friend. Lads, next please. Dolly! I have to pee so bad. This is fucking... We're making a documentary. Working on minimum wage. It's not about alcoholism, no, but that seems to be a feature.
There's not enough women in Waterford for the men straight because we need loads of women in Waterford. We need loads.
Could you please shut your fucking mouth, please? Because just fucking stand over there, please. Yeah, I'm the man, you the sucking motherfucking pain in my ass. Drunken people have no concept of when they've gone too far. So what do you have to do? You have to just like have patience. You know, accept the things you cannot change. I accept the things I cannot change at this moment, but I have the courage to fucking change the things I can. And to change the things I can is to fucking say to this country that this is totally out of fucking control. Like, and I don't care if people think I'm a fucking boring, dry bastard. This is fucking out of control. Now I'm going for the piss I had to take for the last 3 flipping hours. The pain working for 635, working at a place like Abracadabra is that a chicken baguette meal costs €7. So every time you serve a chicken baguette meal, you're serving something that's worth more than your hour's wage. But even more painful is when you end up doing the cleanup in the middle of the night. You see these chicken baguette meals totally uneaten, thrown on the side of the gutter, and as you're sweeping it up, you're thinking, I could just be thrown on the side of the gutter.
Never did this job, Just the other day. I'm in China. I never do that. Too shy. Really?
Walked out to the crows, eating the food, eating scraps, the waste. I couldn't even console myself that I only had one more night to go. Just wrecked. It's like that feeling years ago you walk out of a party, a night of doing whatever it is you're doing that keeps you awake. Up all night, smoke-filled, walking out into the sunlight and just feeling like the sun is just shaking its head at you and saying, you miserable, despicable human being. That's what it feels like, kinda. Except the sun isn't like shaking its head at you, the sun is just feeling sorry for you. Tomorrow night's the last night. I don't know what to think about the whole thing. There's no money in the world that can pay you for this shit. Working nights in Abracadabra makes you like a vampire. Except it's the job that sucks the life out of you. I'm glad that I don't have to do it for a living. It's very demeaning, the way people treat you. And just for the record, maybe it's a cultural thing. Pick up your trays when you're finished in fast food. In America, they do it, and Irish people certainly don't like when you say it to them. Hey, by the way, I've wanted to say this the whole time I've been working here. How come Irish people never clean up their shit off a table at a fast food place?
Wankers like you.
Wankers like me, is it? You know, you'd think you'd have a real complaint, wouldn't you? It's like, why don't Irish people pick up their trays? Irish people are fucking ignorant when it comes to cleaning up their fucking trays. And I say it in front of a group of Irish people. You don't like this? You don't think this is ignorant?
It's because you're getting paid to do it.
No, it's
if
not.
We done that, you get no job, you have no money.
What do you think the
You're
fucking...
being paid for
What do you think the bins are for? Tell me George Bush is a but you won't fucking deal with your own shit.
If you ever saw me,
Yeah,
that's
go on,
your job.
throw away.
Your job is to pick up rubbish.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you fucking ignorant bastard.
Exactly.
I'm going to
Go back to your own fucking country.
You don't deserve to be working here because, I mean...
Why don't I deserve to be working?
You can't
You can't be on the customers.
Why can't I say what you just said? You people aren't supposed to leave your shit everywhere. Just for the record, are you defending the fact that Irish people leave their shit all over the tables every night?
Is it your job to pick up that shit in this?
No, it's not. That's not your job. In any other country,
What's your job?
Shut up for a second.
No, what's your job?
In any other country in the
Define your
world,
job.
What is your job?
In any other country in the world, people pick up their tables.
We're Irish.
Fuck the world, is it?
You gave me a lovely meal tonight.
Thank you, that's my job.
We are drunk. We are the drunken Irish. Rock on.
We made it.
Friends forever. Yeah.
Goodbye, Waterford. Everybody I said it to is like, yeah, the next job is the aqua jump. They're like, cool. Nobody knows what it is. It just sounds really cool. Like, most people thought that I was going down to work with fungi. It really unnerves you, that job. The last time we were here, I had spent a month working on like a low-wage job in Waterford, in Abracadabra.
$6.35. $6.35.
$6.35 an hour, 10 hours a night, sleep all day. I did all right with the money. And I was really cocky, okay? Well, here we are in Tralee. So I get down there and I get my little envelope, and I open my envelope, and it has three things. One is the money.
There's my money.
Two is the contact detail for the Opera Dome, which is going to be my new job. And the third thing is my accommodation details. And what does it say on it? None. Is it supposed to be funny, eh?
No, it's a real challenge.
Yeah, it's a real challenge because I don't have enough money to do that. I'm like, Abracadabra is a real challenge. You know, working on the minimum wage is a real challenge enough. I don't need this. I'm pissed off. I'm in a bad mood. I was in a bad mood as it was. You want me to be really honest? I'm afraid not to have a fucking camera following me around at the moment. I'd like to go sort out my shit in my own peace, do my thing, and then do whatever the hell it is I have to do.
Not the thing I signed up to. Fucking camping. Look at a tent. For fuck's sake.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 14 for tonight, and then tomorrow I'll let you know, yeah? Is that cool? We'll make up the difference. I'm contemplating getting a tent.
Yeah, we'll go down to the campsite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it.
There's a few lads stay down there November, October. Kiwis.
Oh, Kiwis, yeah. Traveling.
But they'd be tough. Where are you from?
They'd be tough.
They'd be tough, yeah.
Yeah, I'm from New York. Not tough.
From New York,
I'm street tough. I'm not tent tough.
yeah.
I take a bullet, but like I wouldn't take a week in a tent. I'm just annoyed. I don't like being fucking, you know, like, I actually find that the whole springing thing is just a cheesy television thing. And I'm not into that kind of shit at all. Didn't sign up for, like, Survivor, you know? Reality TV. Nope.
Alright, I passed you there. I thought you were guys coming for a swim. Alright, yeah, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
How are you good?
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, I get two.
Do you have a P45 from your other job?
No, they never gave me one, actually.
Sean, you might be able to bring them to the tax office.
Day one, I met my manager, Mags.
Did you get pay slips and all that from Abracadabra?
Yeah, I got everything. She was like really excited about it. She's like, I honestly, I think you're gonna learn loads.
You should learn a lot, and in actual fact, for your own interest, you could learn an awful lot here while you're working. It's up to yourself.
There's a lot of skills you're gonna learn, and one day you might actually choose this way of life.
I don't know. Might go down this road someday.
You're right. Actually, leisure would be something I could end up in. And I'll be honest, she was really convincing. I hadn't started the job yet. I was thinking like, wow, this, I'm looking forward to this. And then it turned out every day was exactly the same. Slowly, slowly, slowly to the end of the month. Everybody I said it to was like, yeah, the next job is the Aquadome. They're like, cool. Nobody knows what it is. It just sounds really cool. Most people thought that I was going down to work with fungi. As a pool attendant, you can't do any post where you might actually have to save lives. So one of the places where you won't have to save lives is the kiddie slide area, where you have 2 tiny ceramic slides, and the main job is to tell children, do not walk up the slide.
Don't walk up the slide.
Now, you might say that once or twice in a day. Say you, say I, every 5 seconds. Shh.
Hey, don't climb up that way.
Walk up the steps. Do you know what happens when they walk up the slide, ladies and gentlemen? On the ceramic, they slip and they jaw and they cry like you wouldn't believe, and it's a horrible job. It is the most horrible job I have ever done. What's more horrible is the kid goes, and the mother goes, I told you, and I said, you didn't fucking grab him. He weighs 10 pounds.
No, don't climb up. 20 years ago, if you were working here, you give him a slap. Don't climb up the fucking thing.
Here I am at the end of day 2 in the common room of the hostel. The job is fine. It's easy. Compared to Abracadabra, it's a breeze.
What the Aquadome is, it's the Irish version of like an American water park. A couple of main differences. One, in Ireland, they have to be indoors. An American water park has loads of slides and wave pools, and the Aquadome has 2 slides. That's 2 more slides than most of the pools in this country. Kids just walk in and go, wow, slides! I thought we were just gonna sit in the water with our dads and beg them to throw us, but no! And the lazy river is a kind of a narrow sort of path that goes all the way around the pool and pumps a very slow, lazy-like current. And it pumps little kids kind of slowly around the pool. But unfortunately, they can't really turn on the lazy river anymore because the end point, no matter what point you enter the lazy river on, is the deep end, ladies and gentlemen. So there was just loads of kids going, oh, lovely, woo, and they come around to the deep end, they'd be like, no! You'd see them all turning back like salmon.